Hey, and welcome back to Sheen Webisodes. I'm your host, Tafreed Butt, the founder of Sheen, a brand rooted in sustainable and ethical elegance. Originally from Kenya, from the shores of Iceland to the global stage of sustainable fashion, Grace Achieng is redefining what it means to lead with purpose. As a founder and CEO of Gracelandic, Grace is creating a new kind of fashion ecosystem. One of the balances innovation, technology, and timeless design with circular, impact driven values. Her brand isn't about clothing, it's about transformation, where fashion, sustainability, innovation, and technology intersect. With a strong foundation in SDGs, Grace continues to champion change for people, the planet, and progress. She once said, fashion is not just what we wear, it's what we believe in. So please welcome Grace Achieng. Before we jump in, if the conversations like this matters to you, we bring on people who are shaping conscious fashion, sustainability, and intentional living without the noise or performative talk. So if you would like more conversations like this, take a second to subscribe to the Zayshin Webisodes. It helps the show reach the right people and it allows us to keep bringing conscious voices to the table. You can also share this webisode with someone who would appreciate. All right, let's get into it.
So hey everyone, welcome back to the Webisodes. I have our wonderful, wonderful guest, Grace. Grace, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, it is my pleasure. Thank you very much for being here. It is actually our season 2, as we all know, and such a great way to have the guests, guests like you on this Webisode.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you very much. So we'll start. From those watching from home who might not be familiar with you yet, could you share a bit about who you are, what you do, and why this conversation is the one they should listen to?
hmm So I think it will be like my elevator pitch or something like that. Well,
Okay.
my name is Grace Achieng. I am the founder of Gracelandic. It's a niche women's slow fashion brand based in Iceland, but founded in 2020 and is now transforming
Okay.
into an impact-driven ecosystem where fashion meets sustainability, meets innovation, meets technology. With a multidimensional business model, the core business remains a purpose-driven women's clothing brand, combining timeless design with circular practices. Usually, our target group has always been 35 to 55-year-old, like women who are like sustainability-minded and looking for minimalistic approach to getting dressed. And so the merge of innovation is where we will be exploring innovative fabrics like algae-based, like different kinds of innovative fabrics. Give for an instance of investing in R&D for like algae-based textiles and sustainable dyes. AI-driven tools to stay ahead of industry trends, and blockchain-based platforms for sustainability. For we believe that that the future of fashion, should be traceable. And lastly, the other aspect will be consulting. Um, uh, Inspired by my currently I'm a master's student at the University of Iceland, studying environmental and natural resources. And so we will be offering CSR strategy and other corporate sustainability advisory services. The production of our products have been in Turkey and Romania, but we are shifting focus now to produce in India and in Kenya and India.
Okay.
And the purpose for this is to provide sustainable employment, eradicate poverty, and empower women through fair wages, skill building, and skill building programs. Our KPIs, have been people, planet, and profits. lives touched,
Yeah.
environment improved, and revenue grown. And within this, we are tackling a few SDGs, which are SDG 1, no poverty, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, SDG 8,
Yeah.
decent work and economic growth, and 12, responsible consumption and production. Gracelandic currently is a small team, but we are growing. And I just want to, why should people watch, listen to me or watch me? I want to encourage the listeners to join the movement and be a partner in change and come and let's get a sustainable future together. But for more information, they can visit gracelandic.com.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's an incredible elevator speech.
Oh,
So fine.
thank you.
No, thank you. I love how you're merging sustainability with innovations.
Thank you so
And
much.
of course, the audience that we have on the Zacian Webisodes are very open-minded and supporting sustainability, the community that we have built.
Mhm.
And I'm very, very sure people gonna support it because, you know, as you said, you put people first.
Mhm.
So it's all about humanity.
Mhm.
It's all about equality.
Mhm.
So of course, there's it's just a simple thing for us to understand.
Yeah, thanks.
So could you also mentioned about consulting side. Could you share about what kind of CSR strategies you'll be offering?
Yeah. So like advising companies, like so far there are
Mhm.
corporate narratives that we will help the companies to devise corporate narrative, but also ESG, for example, and other so just based on ESG, environmental and social governance, and finding out a suitable CSR strategy for different industries. So that will be different for each industry. Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
Awesome. So can you share, Grace, about the defining moment that shaped your understanding of sustainability in fashion?
Mhm. Truly, it came from I would say lived experience, but also that the lived experience came from the research when I started to do market research for Gracelandic. And
Yeah.
through that, I discovered the concept of fast and slow fashion. And okay, so that was during the founding stage of Gracelandic. And it took me really back to my childhood and the heaps of clothes that I had to rampage through to find something wearable. And also just discovering there are some documentaries that I watched that were very, very eye-opening and truly sad also, documentaries like the True Cost documentary, which exposed so much of human and environmental consequences of fast fashion, including the collapse of, what was it called? Rana Plaza in Bangladesh, toxic pollution, global inequality. There was also one called, I think, the conscience of clothing, and it showed it was a German Cambodian documentary highlighting the lived experiences of garment workers, especially women, and also gendered labor economy within this industry. The Buy Now Shopping Conspiracy was another documentary. And this one was showing investigating consumer psychology, behavioral manipulation, and the marketing strategies that drive overconsumption. And as well as one final one was, I think it was called Brandy Helville, The Cult of Fast Fashion. And this one it just showed how youth are targeted through fashion marketing, body imaging, and identity, and through this social media marketing, which was all these the market research awakened me of my lived experiences in Kenya, and that injustice awakened my own ignited my purpose towards this sustainability journey within the fashion industry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So those documentaries clearly had a big impact on you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how did they shape the direction or mission of Gracelandic moving forward?
I mean, everything, to be honest, as I mentioned, yeah, it changed. I knew that I wanted to be part of the solution, you know. So it changed everything for me. Like everything that I was going to do was going to mitigate, the waste that is happening within the fashion industry, the exploitation, the gendered labor inequalities within the global South, So yeah, it changed everything for me, truly.
Yeah, and you also mentioned you lived in your lived experiences in Kenya.
Yeah.
How do those roots influence the way you approach sustainability and storytelling in fashion today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, my first, I think, let me just start with this. My first, fashion is not, I don't think it's something that you are born knowing that there's something called fashion or anything like that. But I remember being like 6 year old, being like very young, and my aunt, I had an aunt who owned like a chain of upcycled clothing boutiques in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
And she came for a visit and she bought me a dress, and she brought me a dress, and I was a very shy, I was a very shy kid, child. And I remember when I wore this dress, I just felt so powerful and so invincible. And I felt like I could take on the world, you know? So this really, I always say that I may have outgrown the dress, but it left an
Yeah.
impact on me on like of how what we wear can the impacts of what we wear, what impact that can have on a person. So um um yeah my my mom also, like she couldn't buy me like the nice clothes that I wanted, like I come from a very humble background. And man, I used to really dislike the clothes that she bought me. Like she'd buy like the clothes from the flea market, and they were mismatched.
Okay.
I had like florals and like lineals, and I couldn't stand these clothes. And I always told myself that when I will be older, I'll have nice
Uh-huh.
clothes. I'll buy my own clothes
Okay.
and I'll have nice clothes. And then I remember like
Mm-hmm.
when I was about 10 years old, when we would have like and I would sit outside our balcony and I would watch women and young girls passing by, and I would have my own personal runway
Yeah.
where I was choosing like, this is wild, this is not mine. And
Right.
and in high school, when my mom would give me,
So you knew your personal style, how it gonna be,
yeah,
kind
I wouldn't
of,
say that I did, but I just kind of, I don't know.
or
To
maybe
be
you
honest, I
were
don't know.
exploring,
Yeah, I was just exploring.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also like in high school, when I would save like money that my mom gave me for like transportation and for lunch, and I would run to school, you know. And then I started to save. Okay, I saved the money. Then I would go to the flea market
Okay.
to just find some clothes, which was, at that time I didn't even realize that this was fast fashion, but it takes time to find something like quality or anything like that, but I also remember someone asking me to buy one of my classmates asking me to buy the clothes that I had on, and I thought it was ridiculous. But then she
Okay.
offered to pay double, and I'm like, what? Well,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
that could work, And actually, this gave me the idea to start going to the flea market and sell these clothes to
Uh-huh.
my classmates.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So the conception of that, it just started from a very young age, and then then moving to Iceland and wanting to work within the fashion industry, and then one day I just decided that I'm just gonna start my own brand, and then
Mm,
the journey to market research started,
yeah.
and when I also started my masters, I decided that I was going to have my master's thesis be um, on this topic of the global fashion industry.
Right.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Before we fly to Iceland, I just,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just wanted to go over some of the Kenya stuff.
Okay.
You said the dress that you wore at that time, it gives you the confidence,
Yeah.
the, you know, it gives you the boost of the personality.
Hmm.
And what you're building in Gracelandic, do you keep those things in your mind? How important it is to have the confidence in the things that you wear?
Yeah. So y- I always say that the clothes shouldn't wear you. Like they shouldn't be what
Mhm.
define you. Like so my idea with Gracelandic is when you see someone wearing Gracelandic products, you will not. The first thing will be not be what are you wearing. Like wow, the dress. It would be this person. There's something about this person. So I want to make things that are grounding. Simplicity, minimalism. You know,
Mm.
and I do believe that the I do believe that um I don't know if it's a psychology behind it. I just believe that the simplicity of what we have, and the intention that is set through what we create, you know, um,
Right.
I'm gonna, yeah, through what we create, gives us, it gives you, it gives you a glow that comes from within, So yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
People, planet, and profit. There's profit in the name.
Hmm.
How do you measure success beyond financial growth?
Yeah. Um, as I said, there needs to be a balance of intentionality. Like, are you creating what kind of impact are you creating with what you're putting out there? So
Mm.
for me, it's like I think it should be measured by what are the people who are making the clothes. What do they say? It's not about what the company says, pretty much. So I think
Right.
yeah,
So
balance.
consumers' feedback.
Yeah, consumer and also the people working within the industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the most, I mean, what sustainable innovations are you most proud of that did in Gracelandic?
Yeah. Our intention to invest in R&D to
Hmm.
create to find innovative fabrics, textiles that will be, and also sustainable dyes
Yeah.
that won't cause any harm to the people wearing the clothes, the people making the clothes, and also to the environment,
Hmm.
and also being able to trace our you know value chain. So
Yeah.
yeah, using technology and investing in the innovative textiles. Absolutely.
That's amazing. It sounds like you're really rethinking the entire value chain. How do
Absolutely.
you ensure that these innovations stay accessible and scalable for other brands or communities?
How do I ensure?
Yeah, the innovations that you are doing with
Mhm,
Gracelandic
mhm.
stay accessible and scalable for if any other brands, try to learn from your strategies or, try to be better and for the
Yeah.
communities,
Yeah.
the
I think
consumers.
for me personally, it's the research that has gone behind it.
Mhm.
You know, it's showing that it can be done. You know, it's showing that you can set an intention
Yeah.
and do it. You know, so I don't think it should be complicated. Like, we have research to back what we are doing, and it's also a personal decision. So yeah.
Mm. Awesome. Thank you. Grace, our next segment is rapid fire.
Mm.
Are you ready for that?
Yes, let's go.
Let's spice things up. Okay, so our very first question. I actually personally searched for this one and I liked it. Coffee, tea, or Icelandic hot chocolate?
Tea all the way.
Tea.
I'm
There
Kenyan,
you go.
so
That's my go.
yeah,
I don't know if I should say that, but yes.
I'm
Um.
Kenyan. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Me too. I mean, tea's the best.
yeah.
Okay. 3 words that describe your personal style.
Minimal, minimalism.
Okay.
I would say simplicity. Maybe those are
I could see
same
that.
words, but
Definitely could see
also
that.
impact, intentionality. You know, or I would say, or capsule wardrobe or something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One sustainability habit you swear by.
Okay, so I would go back to the capsule wardrobe. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your go-to outfit when you need to feel powerful.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh.
I would Gracelandic jumpsuit. You know,
Mm.
just
Which color?
black,
Oh,
just
the best.
minimal again, structured, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Elegant, right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, the most inspiring woman you have ever met.
Sorry, but I have to mention two. One was my aunt who gave me the dress and gave me the Gracelandic dream, and the second one is Hatla Thomas Dottir, who is the president of Iceland. She's such an
Oh wow.
intentional leader. So yeah.
Oh wow. How come you met her? How does that
Uh,
happen?
yeah. I held, so within Gracelandic, I created a social impact aspect where we hold conferences, like
Yeah.
annual conferences.
Yeah.
And for our first conference, she was a keynote speaker.
Hmm.
So yeah, she came, and and um, and then I'm also like I'm a member of a I was a member of a board organization here, Women in Business in Iceland, and I'm always involved in entrepreneurship projects for women and things like that. So she was one of the speakers, and I was also representing the board. I was a speaker, and we got to meet, and I love whatever she's just she's this woman. When she's speaking,
Hmm.
you just want to eat the word. You want to listen to everything. You want
Wow.
to record the things she says. She's so intentional, you know,
Okay.
purposeful, and just so present. Such a
Hmm.
present leader, and she always has words of wisdom. So I don't know.
Wow.
Really, really
I'm
admire.
gonna listen to her. See
Yeah,
what
you
she
should.
says. Right. So are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Ah,
Yeah.
the best. What's one book or podcast that changed your perspective? Yeah, you have mentioned one of before the
Oh
TV
yeah.
show. Okay. So you're gonna go with the same one?
The same.
The same show that you mentioned before, which changes your perspective towards fashion?
Yeah. All four of them actually. Yeah. Hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If Gracelandic were a song, what it what would it sound like?
Oh my God. Just a French romantic, like I don't
Make a
know, like
sound. Make a sound, Grace. How does it sound like?
I've never had. Oh my God, I'm a terrible singer, so I won't try. But I don't know if you've heard this song called like La Vie en Rose. Oh my God, I don't know. I can't. I'm gonna. I won't embarrass myself. I stick to my day job, so I won't sing.
No, we actually had singers on our webisodes. Now you're gonna be one of them. See, I will mention you the next time that
I
Grace
want
hummed in our webisodes.
no, well, thank you, but I won't take the bait, you know. But you can if you listen to, it's called La Vie en Rose.
Okay,
You know,
I'll
by
listen to
yeah,
that
I'm not
too,
sure. I don't know.
alongside with the president.
Yeah.
A country you dream of showcasing your designs in.
To be honest, Kenya, because I'm from Kenya. You
Yeah.
know,
You haven't get a chance to go there
I
to
haven't.
showcase?
Yeah, no, I haven't
Oh,
done that. Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. And also just to
Makes
introduce back
sense.
artisanry, you know, because it's a big thing in Kenya. It was a big thing, like
Hmm.
tailoring,
Yeah,
you know, but now it has been replaced by the second-hand market. So
right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Innovation or tradition? What comes first?
Innovation or tradition? I think I would say innovation, you know, because progress, and you know it's tough, but I'm gonna go with
It
innovation. Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the biggest challenges you have faced in running a sustainable brand?
The
I think
pricing
you mentioned
aspect.
this one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the pricing aspect.
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about how people perceive sustainable fashion, what would it be?
mm, One thing that people, if I could change one thing, would be, like consume less, yeah.
Okay. Consume
Mm-hmm.
less. The best.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite quote or mantra that keeps you grounded?
Favorite quote on mantra that keeps me grounded. um yeah, for me, I would say, like, out of the abundance out of the abundance of the heart. Oh my God, I cannot. I'm sorry. I
Uh,
don't know. I can think about it.
just tell me what it means.
Yeah.
Don't say the actual quote.
Um. Yeah. Like, if from it's what's in your heart. It's from your heart.
Okay.
What you put out is always from your heart. So out of the abundance of the heart, you know, uh, comes forth, like, what you put out comes forth from the abundance of the heart. So just checking
Hmm,
the heart. Yeah.
I see. Okay, you actually send me the quote. I will have a look. Thank you. If you could collaborate with any brand or designers, who would it be?
Ah. What would it be? I would find some upcoming local designer in Kenya, maybe, and
Okay.
help them come up,
Okay.
or maybe even learn from each other, both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually pointing. You didn't look.
Sorry.
I was pointing to something. You didn't look.
Yeah, I didn't see.
You didn't see. Okay, it's
No,
fine. I said collaborate with Sheen. Like that.
you said designer. Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God. You know
I
what?
said brand or
Absolutely.
designers.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, really?
I would definitely would do that, and we will collaborate.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the impact that you are building with Gracelandic and the
Thank you.
work that you're putting behind. I've been very active with your LinkedIn profile and I could see everything and it's just awesome. I would love to be a part of it if any way possible
Thank
and to
you.
spread the word. That's
We,
exactly what we're doing right now.
yeah.
To build the awareness, to let the people know what are the things or the options they can go with a better one, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so last but not least, the
About me
most
now.
Icelandic thing about you now.
Honestly, like Iceland
Yeah.
is there's something, I think there's something about Icelandic nature that kind of just calms you down. You're always in nature. Like you're exposed to the mountains. You're exposed to the sea.
Wow.
You are always in close proximity to nature. So I think
Yeah.
that has kind of grounded me. It has removed, because I grew up in a very busy, like my city was so busy, so many moving parts, but it just kind of grounds you and just takes all the
Yeah.
mental noise away. So I think um I don't know, just
Hmm.
being one with nature and groundedness. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. A
A
sustainability
sustainability
myth
myth I
you
would
would
like
love
to
to debunk.
debunk. Um, oh my God. Let me see. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I think when people think about sustainability, they think about like boring, like like uh, beige, white. Like just that kind. Sustainability can also be, color. It can be, it's not just one dimensional or or boring. Yeah.
Hmm. I see. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Last question of the day. I mean, of rapid fire. What's next for
Uh,
Gracelandic in one word?
global domination. That's one word with a hyphen in between. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Global
Thank you.
domination. That's beautiful. Um, yes. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we still got so much left, but we'll keep it quick,
Okay.
and we can just do one of the last segments. Okay. But before that, let me pull some things. So, how do you envision the
Hmm.
next decade
How do I
of
envision?
fashion evolving?
To be honest, if like, uh, you know, uh, uh, to go with a bigger picture, would you mind if I share a little bit about what I'm working on with my thesis? Yeah. So maybe that could answer,
Please.
in a broad
Uh-huh.
extent. Um, so as I told you, I'm a student at the University of Iceland. I'm pursuing my
Yeah.
master's in environmental and natural resources, and I'm, this industry,
Mm-hmm.
it's an industry that exploits women at every stage. It's driven by overconsumption and gendered labor exploitation and massive environmental pollution. So for that, I'm writing my thesis titled "Dressing in Denial." We're looking at the role of Western fast fashion brands in driving overconsumption and exploitation in the global South. And with this, we investigate sustainability rhetoric in the global fashion
Mm-hmm.
industry, how it conceals ongoing exploitation and
Mm-hmm.
inequality, particularly in the global South, and just asking questions like, how can an industry built on overproduction and waste claim to be sustainable? So basically, the denial aspect is, through uh, uh, marketing, sustainable CSR campaigns, sustainability reports, and using narratives of empowerment and recycling, uh, but also while at the same time distracting from the realities of the sweatshop
Yeah.
of sweatshop labor and what scholars call today West colonialism,
Mm-hmm.
and to understand this, the contradictions, like I focused on Kenya and India, both which represent post-colonial sites deeply entangled in global fashion supply chain, where India is a production hub for textile manufacturing and Kenya a dumping ground for second-hand and fast fashion waste economy. And within my research, it was guided by interdisciplinary framework combining 4 perspectives like post-colonial theory, which helps unpack how global fashion continues the logic of colonial dependency, where value flows north and waste flows south. The feminist labor analysis, which reveals the gendered nature of exploitation, since most garment workers are underpaid women, and the environmental injustice, as well as consumer psychology, explaining why consumers in the West can emotionally detach from the suffering behind the clothes. And when we look at all these frameworks, but I also, when we look at these 4 frameworks, we see like this balance of aesthetic desire and ethical denial and how they can coexist, And so for me, like the overall aim was
Right.
to investigate how the brands can sustain this exploitation, and basically through language, and institutions and material systems of denial. And so I've explored like CSRs and ESG frameworks and how they can deflect, how we use. So we have a few questions that we are using to you know to investigate, but also to come to get our key findings. Yeah. So one of them was what institutional mechanisms like CSR and ESG frameworks deflect scrutiny without changing business models. And so I think I mentioned this slightly, but like we find 3 interlinked mechanisms of corporate denial where exploitation is branded as empowerment. For example, garment workers are framed as empowered women entrepreneurs, while the structures that keep them underpaid remain untouched. And this mechanism we call discursive denial. And then there's the institutional denial, where the CSR frameworks and sustainability labels stimulate accountability. For example, corporations adopt green policies and reporting standards, but these are rarely challenged. But these rarely challenge overproduction and or profit-driven exploitation. And the last one was material denial, where waste and pollution are physically displaced to the global south. And the second hand, this includes the export of second-hand clothes to African countries, for example. It's called now, like the scholars call it West colonialism. I think I mentioned it also before. And together, when you look at these mechanisms, they show that fast fashion accountability discourse is not just, it's misleading. It's not just misleading, but it's a moral form of, let's say, epistemic control, shaping what counts as truth, responsibility, and care in the global economy. But then what we want to contribute with this is contribute to sustainability scholarship by showing that, denial is not passive. It's not passive ignorance. It's an active form of governance, used by corporations, institutions, and even consumers to maintain comfort with an unjust system. And so what I'm proposing with this thesis is a justice-based accountability framework grounded in policy accountability, corporate transparency, gender equity, and conscious consumption.
So our next thing is, the next segment is community questions. And what it is before having the guest on the Webisodes, I share a story on our Instagram.
Yeah.
And we tell about the guest who is upcoming and a little bit about the guest, about you. so
Mm-hmm.
people get some idea, and they can visit the profile and get to know you,
Yeah.
and come up with the questions that they want me to ask you. So I'm just a middleman,
Mm-hmm.
okay, for these questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready to answer the community?
Let's go.
Okay. I want to shop more
Mm-hmm.
sustainably,
Mm-hmm.
but don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
What's one realistic first step I can take today?
I think just doing your research, because there are a lot of people who there are a lot of brands that also claim to be sustainable, but they are not. So I think it's on a personal level, just doing the research and finding out like what sustainable brand fits your budget first of all, you know. Um uh like which one fits with your brand as well, your personal brand as a person. I think we all have our own personal brand,
Right.
but basically just doing your own research and coming to a conclusion.
Right. Awesome. Or
Yeah.
maybe your first step could be go to gracelandic.com and see what fits you.
Well, I like that. Thank you. At the
Okay.
same time, I say fashion is subjective. Everybody has
Mhm.
their own personal style. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Next question. I love to express my fashion style, and individuality.
Mm.
How can I still express myself without contributing to overconsumption?
Don't chase trends. You know, stay. y- You know, don't chase trends. Choose something that can last long. Choose quality over quantity. You
Yes.
know, and yeah, pretty much. Just don't chase trends.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, what's one simple way I can support circular fashion?
Sustainable fashion,
Circular fashion.
circular fashion. Yeah.
Yes.
One way you can support them, buy from, like it's for me, it's almost like a double-edged sword. Like the circular. I look at it as a way of funding the system that creates exploitation, because people
Mhm.
can like there's a lot of companies now that are making a lots of millions, out of sustainable businesses.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like, you know, it still creates a system where I can buy fast fashion because it will be sold in this, in this system, the second hand system. But okay, on a circular level, okay, that's second hand maybe. Sorry, on a circular level, yeah, find brands that use circularity and buy from them. Yeah.
Awesome. How can we make sustainability more inclusive and accessible to everyone, not just privileged few? I believe it's a question from a brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the more we support sustainable brands, it has to be. It's kind of expensive because it's expensive to acquire the materials. It's
Right.
expensive to produce sustainably. So
Yeah.
the more if we stop supporting fast fashion brands, then like the cost of uh, producing sustainably, working sustainably also goes down. So yeah, pretty much supporting sustainable brands as they are, and also finding one that fits your budget, because
Yeah.
there's one for every, like, yeah. I don't believe that they're all just expensive. There are also brands that claim to be sustainable, but they are not, and they're expensive brands. So find one that fits your budget.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Grace. These were the questions from the community questions we got from the audience. Again, it was just awesome. Um, Thank you very much again for joining me here on the Webisodes. Before you go,
Mm-hmm.
I just, wanted to ask you a few things.
Mm-hmm.
What's your dream for Gracelandic's global impact? You said you want to be, go global.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious.
Yeah. So as we speak, we just set up. When I started Gracelandic, I had a 5-year plan that we were going
Mhm,
to create like a. Uh, we were going to create like a platform for. At first, I thought of it as charity, but when I look back now, it's not
mhm,
charity. Just so the goal. I was always supporting like projects behind like women empowerment and also supporting children through like school and stuff like that in Kenya. And so now we just registered a non-profit.
mm,
Uh, so the non-profit is called House of Grace, and it's going to be an umbrella. It's going to run under the umbrella of Gracelandic, where we support the global fashion economy, especially women working within the fashion industry, and
Right,
also children that are often forced in this environment. And we also know that this industry employs underage, like children, women, and so like putting them through school and things like that. So um, yeah, contributing to the future of fashion, but not looking at it in the sense of charity. It's just we're looking at it in the sense of justice.
right,
To combat like the gendered, especially like the gendered aspect of the fashion industry and the exploitation that happens to women within this industry.
right,
Um, yeah, so just combining the corporate part of it with the philanthropy part of it, and just bringing an ecosystem where like uh, what we create directly uh, puts out impact, the impact that it makes like directly within these two, profit and the non-profit aspect of the
right.
business. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Grace, what would you love to share your last words on the webisodes to the community or any advice that you wanted to give to younger people because we have a big audience of Gen Z
Mhm.
here, so they can take away
Yeah.
something from you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think especially young people should realize that they are also a commodity. They are being commoditized, within the fashion industry. Like I would really encourage them to watch these documentaries that I mentioned, and
Mhm,
see like how psychology that goes behind marketing, and also just there's there's this beauty standards that are put on young women, you know,
mhm. Yeah,
and just to be aware to be aware that they themselves are being commoditized within this industry, you
mm,
know, and just we can all combine our if we all combine our voices, we can stand up against a system that exploits the consumer but also exploits the people who are working behind the clothes that we wear. So I think
right.
collectively, especially if we would stop supporting fast fashion brands, I think that's a good way to not incentivize them. So let's
Right.
combine our voices, combine forces, and create a future where the next generation, we consider the planet that we're living for the next generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you very much again. Grace, where people can find you.
Uh, First of all, visit our website, gracelandic.com. Then we have our Gracelandic Instagram page. It's at Gracelandic Official. And you can also follow me at Archie Gracie. Yeah. So
I
my
maybe
Instagram.
I didn't know about that. Do I?
I think you do, yeah.
I do?
I don't
Oh,
know. My
okay.
personal Instagram, because I'm Grace Achieng, but so it's like Archie and then Archie and Gracie. Yeah. So
I see.
you
I'll
can
double
find.
check.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
I'll
some
do that.
posts that I've collaborated with Gracelandic, so it's
Ah,
easy to
okay.
find me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll check it out. Thank you very much again. And thank you so much for the people for joining us here in the Sheen Webisode Season 2. It was such a pleasure to speak with Grace and having her on the show from all the way from Iceland. And we discuss about all the Kenya things and about her life, what things that shaped her, the values, the brands, the meeting with people. It's all about it's all about being kind, and at the end of the day, as you have the motto, people, planet, profits.
Yeah.
We have to put the people first and the planet, and help the human beings, I would
Absolutely.
say, right? So
Okay.
again, thank you very much. All the links that Grace mentioned, you can find it into the description of this webisode. Maybe some other resources that you might share, or the documentary links or the names, I'll definitely mention that too in the description. If I don't have the link, I'll just mention the names. So you can definitely check that out too. Hopefully it will help you to add more knowledge or change your perspective, right?
Yes. I
Okay,
love it.
awesome. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys with the next one. Bye.
Yes. Thank you so much. Bye.